Hello everyone. So in this video, I'm going to go through and show you guys how you can find the MAC address on your PC at home, and also how you can find your MAC address in the Packet Tracer simulation. So we did look at how to find your MAC address on your PC at home in a Windows device, but I'll go through it again. So one of the crucial things we need to do is open up the command prompt. You can just type CMD to get command prompt open. In command prompt, if we type ipconfig, we can see most of the Internet Protocol information available for the specific device we're connecting to. If we want to find out the MAC address of that device, we need a little bit more information. So what we're going to do is ipconfig/all. This is going to give us a lot more information. Once we have all of our information appearing under ipconfig/all, we are going to find the appropriate device we're looking for. So for example, my desktop that we're looking at right now has both an Ethernet connection as well as a wireless local area connection. There's a couple other Wi-Fi showing up here. These ones here, local area connection 1, local area connection 2, are more related to the virtual machines that I have set up on this computer, so we're not going to worry about them. This Wi-Fi one here, where we see wireless LAN adapter Wi-Fi 2, with all of this connection, we can see it's connected to Shaw cable. This is the wireless that I'm currently connected to the internet over. So this MAC address would be very useful, as would the Ethernet MAC address. So although the media access control, or MAC address for most, is usually what it's called, on Windows devices, it's referred to as the physical address. So the MAC address for the Ethernet network interface for this desktop is BCAE C5 289221. So this number right here in hexadecimal. If we're looking at the wireless connector on this particular, the wireless network interface card for this desktop that I'm using currently, again, we're looking for the physical address, which is the other name for MAC address. And we'll see that we have that address here. You'll notice it's actually the same as the virtual ones, except for slight changes, but for the most part, it's the same. So this is what I would call the wireless MAC address for my personal desktop, and I got to that with ipconfig/all, and then I looked for the physical address. Okay, that's just my desktop. That had nothing to do with Packet Tracer. This is a very common thing. Now in Packet Tracer, if we have a desktop or a laptop, any device really that has command prompt, we click on the device, we go to the desktop, so we can see what kind of programs it can run. And there is a command prompt application. So if we select command prompt, we're treated with the very same command prompt that we were just interacting with. And we can use those same commands. We can use ipconfig and we can use ipconfig/all. When we look at ipconfig/all for this desktop, the physical address of the fast Ethernet connection, the default, so fast Ethernet would be like your Ethernet cable that would be plugged into it. The physical address of that, or the MAC address of that, is 006047B0B73C. I do just want to make a quick note to you guys that this can be written the way it's written here. 47, actually I can probably just copy and paste it. Nope. There we go. Okay, it can be written as it's written here. If you remember my command prompt, it was written a little bit differently. The physical address was written with dashes between each two numbers. So if we were to write this exact same number, the 0066, it could also be written like this. 2B0 -B7. By the way, capitalization does not matter at all on these. So if you happen to be doing a Mac filter or something, not important. The only other way that I've ever commonly seen MAC addresses written is to replace the dash with a colon. So this is all the exact same address. It just happens to be formatted in 3 different formats. Any one is fine. usually if you're typing it into your router or something like that, it'll add the in-between stuff as well. But these are all the same address. They're still the same numbers in the same order, written in hexadecimal. So the big things to remember when trying to find a MAC address are command prompt, from command prompt, we're going to type ipconfig/all after the little hat key thing. We don't have to type that. That'll be typed for us. ipconfig/all, and then look for the physical address on the appropriate interface. So you'll note that looking at this particular desktop, there's both an Ethernet connection and a Bluetooth connection. Each type of network connection will have its own physical address. It will have its own MAC address from the manufacturer. If you have Bluetooth and multiple fast Ethernet ports and Wi-Fi, you will have an individual MAC address for every single one of those types of connections. And that's all the notes you need to know of how you can find a MAC address in either command prompt on your device or within the packet tracer environment. The biggest difference with the packet tracer environment is you are going to this desktop and running command prompt as an application from there. Otherwise, all the same command prompt commands can be run.